What's going on, YouTube? It's DakotaJPayne back with another video. Today, just gonna review the markups or the layout or outlook that I have for the beginning of the week. See how it's progressed. See if we need to make adjustments or anything like that. And then after the recording, go over some pairs that you guys want to go over. But let's go ahead and get into it. So first off, our first opportunity that we looked at the beginning of the week was GJ, or one of the ones. The only two I was really focusing on this week were GJ and USDJPY. So it's a really, really patient week, and definitely waiting for these 4-hour setups, not really going down to the 15 or 5-minute unless necessary. All right, want to be as patient as possible, and simply because I wanted to take the weight off the shoulders for trading. All right. So GJ, we actually never got that buy set up because price just kept going. Let me change this so it looks the same. Price just kept going up. It never, it never corrected yet. But of course, right now, as you can already see, I already entered off a 1-hour ascending channel, entered off that engulfing candle, looking for price to continue down. And I'm actually going to enter off of this breakout that we have here. If we go to the lower time frame, we can even find a smaller impulse and correction. How much time we have for that break to close? Have about 30 minutes. Yeah, I'll wait for that candle to close before entering. Okay, but all the confirmations are there. It's of course acting within after an ascending channel and looking for this to actually kick off this correction that we're looking for, the larger time frame correction, because we have a huge impulse. Price has not retested this area. Price has not retested this area, and we need price to retest at least one of those areas before continuing up. And long term, essentially looking, I believe I did send this in the private chat. Basically, look for price to visit the top of here or correct it down to here, then visit the top or come all the way down and then continue up, basically in waves going up to that supply zone. All right, so there's multiple ways that it could get up there. And it could just completely ignore everything I had drawn there and just go straight up. But what I want to see is one of those scenarios when price sets up for us to actually enter and ride the wave. But that's GJ. Only one entry, and I didn't even send that entry out. Okay, USDJPY. This was the initial entry that we had. It was off a risky entry on USDJPY off the 1-hour time frame. Looking for a small low to the 1 here. And actually looking for price at the bottom of a zone. Okay, so but it's came down impulsively, now it's moving correctively. Looking for price to actually continue up correctively to this trend line or about that area, and then continue back down and potentially break this area. That's the largest setup that I want to see. But playing off these buys for the moment. And you can see I entered multiple times after I sent that setup out because price just kept rejecting off of that zone. My stop loss wasn't my stop loss wasn't big enough to handle the drawdown that happened. So overnight I got wicked out at least on the first entry and then stopped out on the other two. But it is what it is. But yeah. So after that, I was looking for this setup here. Okay. So I woke up, saw that, I got stopped out, leave those markups, and then I said, okay, I want to see price correct back down to the zone, and then I would buy. All right. But let's see. What was the issue here? Right. The reason I didn't immediately enter off of this 1-hour JCP for the people that see it is because this is essentially a lower time frame setup. This is essentially like a 30-minute impulse and correction. The actual pattern that you're going to be seeing here, there's a lot more structure on the 30-minute time frame or even the 15-minute time frame. And I wanted to see a 5-minute JCP in order for me to enter here. Okay, so let's actually look at the chart and see where it's at right now. Okay, so right now we can see price actually came down to that area. All right, and gave me exactly what I wanted to see. My alert went off last night, but it went off around 3 a.m. Which obviously I was gonna wait for it, so I didn't catch this move. So what I'm actually waiting on, because I'm looking for this to continue up just a little bit higher potentially. It's testing. Excuse me, man. That Apple gave me the hiccups. But it's testing this area out right now. Okay. But I don't want to say I don't like, but I don't. All right, I don't like this correction that we have here because price could potentially move down from this area. But I'm looking to buy it, and I want to see it continue up to this area. That's why I actually have that alert there. So just being aware of that. Okay, we can have a short term, or not short term, but a short correction here to this trend line, potentially visiting this area, or we can have a deeper retracement, which is about the same area. So in either situation, whichever way you draw your trend line, about this area is where I'm still looking at to buy for the second time. And let's actually see if the SL and TP makes sense. And while I'm doing this, does all that make sense? Or anybody have any questions over anything? Okay. I'm stretching it. I want my TP to be here because I don't want to stretch the TP past here. I don't really see it going past this zone. And if it comes up to the zone, I don't want it like dead in the middle of the zone. I want it like on the edge. This price always has the potential to just wick out that area. All right, so this is going to be a relatively tight stop. I can gain 1.9% from it. Well, not 1.9. I'm just thinking I'm risking 1%. I'm risking a quarter of a percent. So it's a little less than 0.5%. Yeah, it's worth it. Over the course of the month, it'll be worth it. All right, so I'll take this opportunity. And those are only two I'm paying attention to for the week, right? The other ones that we talked about this week, CAD-JPY never gave us that second correction. It's just been moving impulsively, just like GJ. So looking for the same setup on GJ. And a very important thing to note, CAD-JPY has finally broken this area. Okay. So be looking for a buy. Or I would be looking for a buy if this was on my list. Okay. I would be looking to buy that. I would be looking to buy this so hard. But basically just gonna wait for a correction setup or something like that, and then look for it to push up to that supply zone again, potentially. Okay, and we can actually edit this trend line now. Just put on the two most recent, whatever. What's it about? Two most recent touches on the trend. Okay, and looking for some correction out of that. it would be amazing if price actually came back down to the supply zone. Well, now demand zone, to test it and then continue up. And if that's geared through JPY, that's even better for us on GJ right now. So I got about 20 minutes until that entry on GJ. Okay, UJ, if you go back through the previous recording, talked about this buy for a second. Okay, I did not dwell on this at all. I didn't break it down. We just focused on the 4-hour time frame. We had this full markup. I said if you go down to the lower time frame, there's a buy opportunity right there. Price bought up, so there is that opportunity. I don't really want to trade UJ this week. I don't want to trade UJ until it gets up to here. So I will probably trade it next week, definitely. Okay. And that was pretty much it. So any questions over those at all, guys? Or are we all good? Good. So for people watching on YouTube, I really appreciate you guys watching the entire video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are able to capitalize off some of these moves or even caught some of these moves. If you guys do want to join the Discord channel, and let me show you what a Discord channel looks like. Man. Yeah. You do want to join the Discord channel where I send out the markups, charts that I'm paying attention to, and there's a whole section where people can communicate with each other. It's all right here. Send out an announcement where I send videos, the links to these calls, recommend books, send out the analysis that I have. And there's a whole chat room and a trade watcher section where you guys can hop on the charts together, like on a live call like I'm on right now, where you can share your screen and everything like that. Multiple people can share their screen at the same time. Yeah. So there's all that. You got my broker, the training, like free training that I use to actually learn what I know now, at least some of it initially, and other learning resources for you guys. But I hope you guys enjoy. Hit that like button. Catch you next week.